Hello, today we're going to be making this adorable chapstick cozy. First off, we're going to cast on and chain 13. This is a super quick project that is just going to come together so super fast. Once you've got all of your chains made, we're just going to half double crochet at the second chain from the hook and then slip stitch, and we're just going to repeat that for a total of 6 times, 6 half double crochets. And then we will repeat that for 10 rows. So 6 half double crochets for 10 rows, easy peasy. Once your rectangle is finished, we're going to go ahead and fold it in half long ways, and then we're going to go ahead and join on the long side and one short side. Leave one of the short sides open, obviously, so that you can get your chapstick inside. side joined and the bottom, it's time to make the flap, because you got to secure that chapstick in there. So you're just going to cast on at one corner of the open side of the chapstick holder. So either of the two corners, no big deal. You're going to cast on and then single crochet 10 and then slip stitch to join. So this is really just going to kind of clean up that edge, no big deal. Then you're going to chain 1 in that first single crochet and then single crochet in each of the next 5 single crochets. We'll repeat making 5 more single crochets in the next row, and then in row 4 we're just going to chain 1, then single crochet in the next 2 single crochets and chain 1 again and single crochet in the next 2. This is going to make our buttonhole to allow us to actually secure that chapstick in place. Finish off the last row of single crochet on the flap, and then you can fasten off and weave in the ends for that bit. The next piece will be to actually sew on that button. So we're going to use our buttonhole as a guide for placement, and then just with some embroidery thread or using the same yarn and a fun button, we're going to sew the button on to the front of your chapstick holder. Finally, we're going to make the flap, the loop that hides behind the flap. So casting on behind the flap at the first single crochet row for the flap, you're going to single crochet back loop only 5 times. So basically just working up into the back loop of each single crochet that you can access from the back. Then you'll start single crocheting. We don't need this to be a very large piece. We're just going to chain 1 and then single crochet in each of those stitches and then turn. And we'll go back and forth and through 5 rows total. And then row 6, we're going to actually just make a little pyramid and some chain to attach our clasp. So if you'll watch here toward the end, you'll see I got a little excited whenever I was doing my chain and forgot to add the clasp. So when we get to that bit, just think about that when you're putting this together, that perhaps you should attach the clasp before you attach the yarn to the flap in the front. Here I go, attaching the yarn in the front without attaching the clasp. So don't do like I did, and be sure to cut your tail a little extra long there, because it's going to make it a little bit difficult when you realize that the clasp is still sitting over next to the chapstick holder. And that's it. Once you get that attached, you just fasten off, weave in your ends, and you are ready to enjoy your new chapstick holder.